Good morning and welcome to Rob's Random Builds. On today's video, I'm going to be making a simple jig to grind bevels into a knife. If you're wondering what a bevel is, have a look at the diagram, but it is basically the grind which leads to the cutting edge of the knife. We've got a 90-degree piece of aluminium. What we're going to do is cut off a chunk of this, so it's about 6 inches long. Now we've got our metal cut, what we're going to do is we're going to mark a couple of holes on the bottom edge of this and 2 holes on the bottom, so when it sits flat, it sits at an angle. Right, so that's all the holes drilled. 3 on that side, which is where the blade will rest, like this. 2 holes on the back, which is going to put the little angle on it. So what we're going to do now is tap inset for a screw and put a screw thread in each one of the holes. Right, so after tapping all the screw holes in, I put 3 screws in the front, which is where the blades are going to rest, 2 in the back, so I can screw them in more to change the angle, both at the same time. So it'll sit, so it should get a nice even bevel and plunge line on each side of the blade. So the next job is now just flatten off the tops of these screws using my file, and then we're ready to give it a go on this knife that I made a couple of years ago now, and hopefully grind in a nice bevel. One of the issues I've encountered with my jig is, on my little bench grinder, which I'm only using a small thing at the moment, is the plate that you grind on isn't big enough to fit the jig on. So what I've done is, I've got my hot glue gun and I've glued a piece of wood to it so it's increased the size of the platform. So now, on my grinder, I've got a full size platform for this to fit on. We'll try it now and we're grinding some bevels. So as you can see, I've cleaned the actual blade up a little bit because it was got a bit blackened because it had just been in shed for a long time. But now I've just give it a quick clean up on the grinder. I've just put it on the jig. I've ground in a nice bevel line going right across the edge of the blade. I've got a mark here, but that's probably because the blade wasn't entirely straight and it might have been a bit sunken or might have had a slight kink in it because it's only the second or third blade I've made. I am really happy with the way that jig performed. I've got some more sanding belts coming which are 1000 grit, so that'll eliminate some of the grit marks on the blade. So I'm definitely going to be making another blade soon. So we'll just give it a quick test after we've sharpened it up a little bit and see if it will cut. So altogether, the jig took about 10 minutes to make, but hopefully in the long run it'll save hours grinding in bevels. So if you enjoyed that, drop me a like, a comment and subscribe to the channel for more.